India is a divine land where countless great saints and rishis have taken birth. Their lives and teachings have shown us the way to salvation. As a humble tribute, we are remembering some of their miracles and the sacred temples associated with them. This is the 6th video in our series on the great saints of India. If you have missed the earlier ones, do check the web links in the description. In this video, let us journey into the inspiring life of Kutruva Nayanar, one of the 63 Nayanmars, the mighty chieftain from Kalandai, whose courage in battle was matched only by his devotion to Lord Shiva, the cosmic dancer of Chidambaram. He was a warrior king who conquered vast lands and led mighty armies, elephants, horses, and chariots. Yet, amidst all his victories, he remained humble, always repeating the Panchakshar mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, and bowing to the devotees of Lord Shiva. To him, every conquest was not for power or pride, but a service to the Lord. As his fame spread across the Chola and Pandya lands, Kutruva Nayanar desired to be crowned formally, not for glory, but to dedicate that kingship to the Lord of Thillai, Sri Nataraj of Chidambaram. He approached the 3000 Dikshitas of the Chidambaram temple and humbly requested, "Please crown me, so that I may rule as a servant of Nataraj." But the Dikshitas refused. They said, "We can crown only a Chola emperor. The ancient tradition forbids us from crowning anyone else." Disheartened, Kutruva Nayanar did not react with anger or pride. He bowed to the priests, placed his crown before the sanctum, and left Chidambaram silently. But his heart cried to the Lord, "O Nataraj, if not by men, let your divine feet be my crown." That night, as the tired warrior slept with the name of Shiva on his lips, the Lord of Thillai appeared in his dream. Dazzling, resplendent, adorned with serpents and sacred ash. Smiling compassionately, Lord Nataraj placed his lotus feet upon Kutruva Nayanar's head, blessing him with a coronation grander than any earthly one. The devotee awoke, tears flowing from his eyes, realizing that the Lord himself had crowned him. From that day, Kutruva Nayanar ruled not as a king, but as the Lord's servant. His wealth was poured into temple service, adorning shrines with gold, jewels, and lamps. He ensured that the worship at Shiva temples across his lands never ceased. Though once denied by men, he was now crowned by the divine himself. His royal crown replaced by the feet of the Lord. He realized that true kingship is mastery over one's ego, and that power attains meaning only when surrendered to God. Kutruva Nayanar continued his service till the end of his life. When his time came, Lord Shiva appeared again, radiant, compassionate, and lifted his devotee to Kailas, the eternal abode of bliss. Sekhizahar's Periya Puranam praises him as the chieftain of Kalandai who earned victory in battle and humility in devotion. Saint Sundar too venerates him in the Tiruthonda Thogai, calling him the victorious spear-wielding prince of Kalandai. Kutruva Nayanar's story is a timeless reminder that worldly crowns may be denied, but when devotion is pure, the Lord himself places his feet upon the devotee's head. His Guru Puja is celebrated in the Tamil month of Adi, under the star Thiruvathirai, and his Mukti Sthalam, the place of liberation, lies at Kalappal, where a shrine stands even today. At Chidambaram, his tale lives on as a message that true authority, true victory, and true glory come only through surrender. May the devotion of Kutruva Nayanar, who wore the Lord's feet as his crown, inspire us all to bow our hearts in humility before the cosmic dancer. Om Namah Shivaya.